Hey gang, so today we're looking at something sent to us by GEEONE. It is the price tag with the Dragon Knight plates. This is my first price tag, and I am way more impressed than I thought I would be. I'm not gonna tell you why, I'm not gonna ruin it for you. You gotta watch the review, but I'll give you a preview. It's so good. All right, gang, it's the price tag. Let's go. Okay, here we have the price tag. Now this is the price tag with the Dragon Knight plate on it. This is a thing of beauty. In terms of design, we have copper, nickel, brass, and copper. And I gotta tell you, this thing is as good as it sounds. This is, what's so interesting about this is that it's essentially ambidextrous, meaning that it rotates fully in either direction. So if you're right-handed, you can hold it from the pivot towards your hand and you can push down and in. You can flip it and push up. You can reverse it and push it up. Or you can push the pin out and basically push down. Now that one's a little awkward, but you can also do it with the other hand. So again, fully ambidextrous, meaning it doesn't matter if you're right-handed or left-handed, this thing works perfectly in either hand. So this thing is, it's designed really well. And it's actually kind of interesting because we've got, our lanyard hole here and stuff, but the way it's designed, like I said, just the fact that you can actually use this in either hand is kind of a first for me in terms of this design. We've seen this kind of design before. Obviously, there's sort of the shuffles and there's a few other ones like it, but they typically stop when they close. This one continues in either direction. So that's why it makes it really, really unique, because you can use it in either hand with the pivot in either direction, and it's still fully functional, which is actually pretty amazing. So let's have a look inside. Now, first thing about this is it's easily modified because the plates are attached magnetically. Magnets here, and we have a little hole on this side. Come on, you. So we have the basic steel stamp itself without any of the plates, and it still works, but it's tough because you don't really have a grip. All right, let's open this up. Now, this is actually a very simple thing to open up, and it's pretty low risk, we'll call it. So open up this side. And we can see our screws are only on one side. And that's it. Now here's the thing, as always, what we want to do is find the direction that the ball is going to pop out of. So where's our track? If we look here, we can see that we have these little divots on this side, which means that whatever is pushing forward to make that clicking sound is pushing in this direction. So I want to put that on top so that I can lift up gently. And when I lift it up, what we get is we have a little cylinder. We have a spring inside. Here, if we have our, it's like a little casing. We have a spring. We have the area for it, and hiding in here, we have our ball, a little bead. And that just lives, oh, get back here. That lives right there. Now, the other thing we have is our track. And the track comes right out. Now, this is actually just a little slider. We could take that out, but it doesn't, there's nothing under it. It's just to sort of glide along here smoothly. We have a tiny little pin here, which doesn't come out, but it prevents this from sliding beyond this point. If that pin wasn't there, it would just roll forever. So that's it. Now, when putting this back together, the important part is to remember that we're lining up this hole with this hole and these two holes with these two holes, because that's where our screws go. And what we want is this configuration, right? We want our loophole, our lanyard here. So that tells me, so if I did it this way, right? You see where the two holes are? Two holes here, two holes here. If I do it, if I put it in and turn it over, it's wrong because these two holes don't line up with the single hole. I can do that. Sort of line it up by eye. I mean, how else are you going to line it up? And the easiest way to remember is just opposites, right? If you flip it on its side like this, put them beside each other, these two singles have to line up. Now the trick is we have the ball and the casing and the spring here. They have to go into this hole. So all I'm going to do is be very careful. And when I put this on top, I want to make sure, because this track is sort of floating free right now. So I want to make sure that I'm holding it in by my index finger there and my thumb down here. So it stays in place. And I'm just going to gently set it on top. And I'm doing it gently so that the ball can find its way into the hole. And that's it. And we know we're good. Now I'll move it to one side to expose one screw hole. And the other side. And all the way open. That's it. Plates just snap right on. Oh, such a good sound. Such a good sound. All right, gang, that was I mean, it's a simple, it's a simple review, but there's a ton to look at here. But hopefully this has been enough. Honestly, if you can't afford it, you have the disposable income, and this is something you're interested in, this is a great, great mechanical slider, and especially for the fact that it is ambidextrous, so you can use it in either hand, in either direction, which is pretty unique. All right, gang, thanks for watching.